the woman and her man, and they were not ashamed. Blessings. Praise be to God. Happy Sunday, First Church. Our lectionary readings from this morning are Genesis chapter 2, verses 7 through 9, and verses 15 through 25. The sovereign God crafted the human from the dust of the humus and breathed into its nostrils the breath of life, and the human became a living soul. And the sovereign God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there placed the human whom God had formed. Out of the ground, the sovereign God made grow every tree pleasant to the sight and good for food, and the tree of life in the middle of the garden, along with the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The sovereign God took the human and settled it in the Garden of Eden to till and tend it. Then the sovereign God commanded the human, "From every tree in the garden you may eat freely, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For the day you eat it, you shall surely die." Then the sovereign God said, "It is not good that the human should be alone. I will make someone to be its partner." Then the sovereign God crafted from the humus every creature of the field and every bird of the skies, and brought them to the human to see what it would call them. And whatever the human called every living soul, that was its name. The human gave names to all cattle and to birds of the air and to every animal of the field. But for the human, there was no one to rely on as its partner. The sovereign God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the human, and it slept. Then took one of its sides and closed up its place with flesh in place of it. And the sovereign God built the side that had been taken from the human into a woman and brought her to the human. Then the human said, This one is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one shall be called a woman,